Whether you want to brush up on your dancing skills, maybe go behind the scenes of the new reimagined version of the 90s classic flick, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, one of my favorites. You can do all of that. It is time to check out what's trending on BuckeyeReview.com. Editor-in-Chief Donterra Terrell is back to share more about what is getting clicks on her site. Donterra, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be chatting with you.
Oh yeah, we're always having fun. So let's start with your interview with the director, Wade Allen Marcus, and the actress comedian Patricia Miss Pa. Is that right, Williams?
Miss Pat. Miss Pat.
Okay. And Miss Pat, tell us what she shared about her current past projects, especially the one coming up, because a lot of us remember that movie.
Yes. Well, first off, can you believe it's been 33 years since the initial release of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead?
No, I feel old.
I was say, am I aging myself with this?
Just a little. No,
But
we're good.
Yes, yes. But what she said about the film is that it is full of a multi-generational cast and it's full of laughs, you know. It also doesn't steer too far away for those diehard fans who are like another remake. It just gives it a modern twist for this new generation to appreciate the comedy, the laughter, and it's also from a Black family's perspective. You know, her daughter, well, who plays her daughter, a 17-year-old ready to head off to Howard University in Washington, D.C., which is a HBCU. However, Miss Pat, who plays the mom, is going to a wellness retreat in Thailand. So Tanya's plans are put on hold, and she leaves her with her 3 siblings to care for, as well as an elderly babysitter who, unfortunately, reminiscent of the title, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. And so Tanya has to get a corporate job. She has to take care of her siblings. And, you know, her freedom is stripped away. And it leaves her wondering, like, why the heck did I want to grow up so fast? I feel like we all go through that. At 17, 18, you're ready to get out the house.
Yeah.
You're ready to live your life. So it's kind of, you know, it parallels what a lot of teenagers feel these days.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one to watch. And I remember the box of petty cash. Remember that, where she had to dip into the money? We'll see if that's in the movie. I can't wait to find out. You also have a feature on a mother's mission. Tell us about Janice Bond.
Yeah, so Janice Bond, she started the Taylor Lauren Horton Foundation for her daughter, who suffers from Dravet syndrome. And her and her ex-husband started this foundation. Her ex-husband is comedian Spake Horton. And for those who don't know what Dravet syndrome is, it's a rare, severe form of epilepsy. And she said, you know, epileptic seizures can happen anywhere at any time. They can last from a few seconds to more than 50 minutes. And what's so heart-wrenching and just like gut-wrenching is that she sometimes has to watch her daughter gasp for air. So she just wants to provide support as well as awareness for those families and caregivers who are going through the same thing. You know, one of the things that she has to struggle with is that her daughter will never have independence. It's always going to be developmental delays. So she wants to help people stay up to date on gene therapy, as well as trials and therapeutic medical advancements.
And lastly, you had a chance to catch up with a professional dancer and choreographer. Tell us what readers are going to learn about her story. Yes,
so Danae Baptiste, but her stage name is Danae B. She has been on every world stage that you could think of, from the Grammys to the Oprah Winfrey finale to Super Bowl. She's performed with Beyonce, Cher, Kelly Rowland, Ashanti, Megan Thee Stallion, you named it. One of the big things that she wanted to talk about in terms of women and going through postpartum depression, she said 3 weeks after giving birth to her son, she was back rehearsing, back on stage. But she also said, you know, don't make yourself feel guilty, or don't feel guilty about leaving your son or your daughter. And she said, you know, women can have it all at the end of the day. It takes a little sacrifice, of course, but also she just wants to really hone in on that postpartum depression.
You can see all of these stories and more on the BuckeyeReview.com. Donterra Terrell, thank you so much for joining us right here.
Thank you so much for having me.